The mainstream media is collapsing, and Rush Limbaugh knows exactly why. Limbaugh just exposed the big secret that will destroy CNN. For years, mainstream media outlets have been in decline, with a shrinking viewership and more Americans turning to other platforms to obtain news. Left-wing outlets on TV and in print have been losing revenue for a long time. This decline has become more pronounced in recent years, however, and the results aren't difficult to see why. The mainstream media built its modern marketing strategy about covering President Trump as much as 24 hours a day as possible, and saturating their coverage of the president with as much negative press as possible. Americans are simply sick and tired of it, and Rush Limbaugh knows exactly why. Fox News reports, the media is now paying for lies they've made and are losing their audience because of their coverage of President Trump. According to conservative radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh, what has happened is the people are tired of being either lied to or set up for big things and let down. They just don't trust him anymore, Limbaugh said on his radio show earlier this week. Limbaugh was referring to an article published by Axios earlier this week about the so-called Trump slump that has hit mainstream media particularly hard this past year. The basic argument Axios is putting forward is that the mainstream media was hitting diminishing returns. After spending years doing nothing but covering Trump in a negative light, people are finally turning off the TV and going elsewhere to get news. Limbaugh believes that interest in Trump is still strong, arguing the president is not boring but that the media outlets like CNN, MSNBC and the New York Times have lost credibility by making promises to their audience they've been unable to deliver on. As Fox News, it's not surprising to see that Americans are simply sick and tired of hearing nothing but talking heads on MSNBC and CNN slam the president on a 24-hour basis. To make matters worse for the left, however, the Axios report also stated that Democrats don't have a knockout media star to drive interest in the election. This is bad news for Democrats, and Limbaugh knows it too. The fact is, they're admitting that the Democrats, the lone hope to bring back hope and salvation to America to get rid of Donald Trump, are boring to people, Limbaugh said. The Trump bump that supported the news industry was nothing but a series of wild hopes and dreams of being able to get rid of the guy, and they've all blown up. They're not gonna be able to get rid of Trump. Trump's gonna be on the ballot in 2020. They failed, Limbaugh concludes.